Winning an award like this is, apart from being an enormous shock, and it's interesting how it sends you into a period of reflection, as it has for me, and made me think an awful lot about what I do and why I do it, and all the other extraordinary women I work with that really should be getting this award. But one of the things that it really has done for me is it's been a real shot in the arm in terms of motivation. It's made me feel this great weight of responsibility about honouring this incredible award, and whilst it's a great privilege to receive such a thing, it's also a responsibility, and it makes me feel like I just have to work harder now, and I will. I think as I got older and started to realise that journalism is not only just a big responsibility, a great responsibility, but that we can use the access that we get to an even greater good, if that doesn't sound too pithy, but that, you know, that sometimes there is a limit to what we can do as journalists, and you certainly experience that when you're out in the field, you know, particularly in difficult circumstances, war zones being one of them, and you really live the limitations of what we do. I think I got to a stage where I needed to continue working on the things that really mattered to me, but beyond just journalism, although journalism is the core of what I do. Communications is the core of what I do. What really got to me about Afghanistan was that here we were night after night on the news, delivering stories about the conflict in Afghanistan, and it was a military story. You know, it was an operational story. It was a political story. We weren't hearing the stories about the people. And I knew from my contacts and the work I'd been doing on the sidelines that there was a bigger story going on, and that's the story of women. And that the women are at the centre of that battle, as they often are in these situations, and that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to research, and I did. And as a result, you know, did quite a bit of media, generated a bit of media myself about that issue, and will continue to. I started in journalism as an ABC cadet back in 1986. It was a very different world for women in Australia even then. You know, I'd been through university in the early 80s when feminism was big on campus, and I thought in 86 that we had a long way to go. Yes, I've seen some terrific changes both domestically and internationally, globally for women, but, you know, I don't know, just when I think that we really are making progress, something again will happen that makes me feel we're going backwards. And right at the moment, it's interesting, I think, not just here in Australia, but globally, there is again a sense that we are sliding backwards. We've had a lot of gains for women institutionally, organisationally. A lot of the scaffolding has been built, and legislation is there in many places, but something that we haven't yet really grasped is the cultural bias against women, is the cultural attitude that keeps women at a disadvantage right around the world. So in terms of have we come a long way, when I think about that, I think we've got such a long way to go.